Hey guys, how's it going? Sephira Bukasa, the voice actor of Griffin Tessly. You are watching BakuTalk. Bakugan!
Hello, brawlers, and welcome back to the BakuTalking Longer Podcast. I'm Haru Ren, and today I got another special guest for you here today. He is the star of the award-winning short film Breaking Point, which is a Vietnam War flashback film, but he is also known for being the voice of Griffin Tessly in Bakugan G3. So here he is. Without further ado, I won't delay you any further. Let's throw some shade, and no, this is not Dr. Raptor. Here he is, the voice of Griffin himself, Sephira Bukasa. How are you doing, man?
I'm doing fine. Hey everyone, hey BakuTalk fans. Glad to be here and glad to be a part of this right now.
That's so good to have you on. And thank you again so much for coming on. It's really appreciated. Thank you for taking time out of your day. And we're finally doing this.
Yeah, no problem. Because I know I did tell you, like, it was supposed to happen, last week, I think, or 2 weeks ago. And I was like, oh, wait, I'm so sorry. Can we do it next week? You're like, hey, no problem. Whenever you're ready, we can do this. So the fact that I'm here, especially since I didn't get the chance to, be there for that huge event where we had Kyle organizing and everyone was there. It was a lot of fun.
Yes.
Really glad to be here.
The Bak-Again live stream. Yes. You were actually supposed to be a part of that. But unfortunately, scheduling conflict, life happens.
Yeah, in fact, it was so, I got so excited when I saw the email from Kyle. It was like, hey, it's me, it's Drago, let's go! I'm like, oh man! Then I saw the date, I'm like, ooh. But man, it's like, because I got the chance, even though I had that scheduling, I had something else scheduled, I did get the chance to quickly check out on the live stream. You guys were having a lot of fun. It looked fantastic. I got to see Mike on there. Everyone was having a lot of fun. And hey, hopefully there's a second event like this. I'll be a part of it and get the chance to hang out and have a lot of fun.
Yes, definitely. Hey, a spot is reserved for you and when we do this part 2.
Yeah, for sure.
But first of all, thank you again so much for coming on, and amazing work as Griffin. Such an amazing character. So how has Bakugan been treating you lately?
Bakugan, well, here's the thing. I got the chance to besides the event, which I got the chance to look at it, got the chance to check it out. It was a lot of fun. In terms of Bakugan, I did head back because I saw, technically speaking, I saw the episodes when I first recorded the sessions, right? And when it came out, really exciting. I got to watch it. And I got to watch a bit more earlier this year, just to really complete the series, because I didn't finish it back last year when it ended, right? And so seeing people's reaction to it, seeing the fandom's reaction to it, seeing your reviews, seeing what you liked, what you wanted to see improved, seeing just everyone's reaction to how people really like. They're like, yeah, this feels different. I'm a fan of the old show, but this is still this is new. Obviously, there were some growing pains, as there is every single generation. Because even going from the first one that I got to enjoy as a kid, going to the one, Bakugan Battle Planet, seeing the reaction to that one, people are like, oh, it's coming back, will it be as good? And seeing how people really liked it. It ran for 5 seasons.
5 seasons, yeah.
5? Yeah, 5 seasons. People really grew into it. So obviously, when a show gets rebooted, and people already had growing pains going from the original one, moving to the new one, loving the new one, and being like, oh, we're doing this reboot again, huh? Let's see how this goes. And seeing people, come into it, start liking it, being like, oh, okay, yeah, I like Griffin, I like Dan, I like Mia, all of these different new additions to characters. Really like how people grew into the franchise, especially this iteration of the franchise.
It's actually a really great show for it being a reboot of a reboot of a reboot, right? But when you got cast as Griffin, did you know what you were getting yourself into regarding Bakugan?
Yes, because number one, I did see, because before even me being cast as in Bakugan as Griffin, I did see some of the reviews because at some point I was thinking like, man, whatever happened to Bakugan? Like this is way before. And then I started seeing some of the reviews, and then I'm like, yeah, this is like Bakugan looks very, very, very interesting, right? And especially with Deven being a part of that series, so I already knew, having been a fan of the old show like Gen 1, along with like I was a fan of that, and as well as like Yu-Gi-Oh and Battle Beat 'em On, a bunch of other stuff like Beyblade, and then seeing your reviews for what came after Gen 2, and knowing that Deven was a part of Gen 2, and looking through it, I already know coming in what a response was for a reboot. I already knew exactly like what Bakugan was, and how fun it could be, and the type of different call-outs I'd have to do, Bakugan, and all that stuff. So I was very, very hyped. I was prepared, especially since one of my goals for like voice acting, and I did not expect to like reach that goal that fast, was I want to be a part of a show or a series that is related to one of the shows or series that I used to watch during childhood. Oh, getting Captain the Bakugan, I'm like, oh, I expected to like hit that goal like not anytime soon. So I was really excited when I got I got the role. I was extremely hyped.
When you saw Griffin's design, what did you make of it?
Oh, when I saw Griffin's design during the audition, let me tell you, I saw him, I'm like, oh, because I just knew I was going to like the character. I just knew he was going to be like a lot of fun to voice. I liked his style. I liked that Bakugan chain he had, like that golden like Bakugan chain he had around like his neck. He really, 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 really had style. And I'm like, ooh, this is going to be very, 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 very cool. Especially when when Deven saw the character, he's like, yeah, Griffin, man, he looks really, man, he might even have more style than Winton.
Oh yeah, because it's totally a competition.
Yeah. But yeah, no, like I was very, very excited. The design was on point, and I'm like, damn, with this new gen, yeah, no, I'm gonna really, really, really like Griffin.
The bomber jacket that he had for
yes.
for that. I've been always saying, guys, when are we making that real? Like that jacket real? That's a merch seller right there. Make it different colors.
I'm here like, bro, just sell the jackets. I'll buy it day one. I'll literally wear it day one. I'll copy his style. I'll have everything. I'll be Griffin for Halloween like this.
You look exactly like Griffin, actually. It's almost like they designed it specifically for you.
Yeah, that's the funny thing. Like when I got the role and it was fully confirmed and everything, right? And I could fully show like the designs and everything to the wider public. My sister was like, "Huh? Yeah, he really, really, really looks like you." Especially since, because like right now, compared to like how you saw me in like some of the pictures where I usually have more hair, right? Especially when I cut all of my hair, kind of like Griffin, that's when it's like more apparent compared to when I have like that usual like fade that I usually have.
Yeah, yeah, you look exactly like Griffin. You sound like a grown-up version of Griffin. If they ever make a Bakugan live-action movie, they have to put you in that.
Oh yeah, hey, I'd be down. I'd be 100% down. Like I'd be there day one.
How did you get into acting, by the way? Like, what was your story? Like, why acting? Why what was it about acting that was really fun for you that you wanted to get into it?
So acting, I actually go way back for acting. I'd say around elementary school. There used to be like plays that we do like every year, right? And I really, from like first grade, almost immediately, I loved acting. I loved doing it. It felt like getting a chance to embody a different character and going through that character's like struggles, his goals, his like objectives, his like sometimes like deviousness, like all of these parts of a character. It's what I really, really, really liked from like a young age. And it was to the point where in my elementary school, there used to be this like school-wide play. It'd be it was the fifth and sixth graders that would be a part of this play, and I think it's the four, five, and sixth graders. They would do a play in front of the entire school, and then they would practice like almost every single week, practice the lines, prepare costumes, and all that stuff. But I was in third grade, and I heard about the school play. I'm like, I need to be a part of this. But they're like, no, it's only fourth graders, unless you get a signed slip from your parents and your teacher, just so they know that like they're not dealing with like some random kid that's gonna mess things up. They're like, unless you get these two things, I'm sorry, you can't do it. I got the signature from my parents and my teacher. Boom. Before it was even like allowed, I was in the play.
Oh,
so before like fourth graders was like the limit, I was in third grade, I was in school play. And I practiced a lot. Just to, like, because I'm kind of the underdog in this.
Right.
I'm not supposed to be here. I need to showcase that they're not taking some random third grader. They're not taking some like kid that's just interested in just playing around and then we'll dip afterwards. So I made sure to practice and practice and practice to the point where during our first like readout session, I pretty much knew because I was playing this magician from like Madagascar in this play, and it was about like this like the play was very, very funny. It was about this circus where they had to like what was it again? They're going through like they lost popularity and they recruited people from the outside, and the people that were from the like original circus were like, oh hell no, we're not taking these randoms so they can steal our spots. And so by the first time we got into like doing the like table read, I pretty much knew my lines by heart. And so afterwards, I was part of the school play in third grade, fourth grade, fifth grade, sixth grade. And sometimes there used to be like plays within like classrooms. I'd be a part of those as well. And I loved it. Like it was a lot of fun. I felt extremely alive. Fast forward to high school. Oh, I forgot. There was also an improv team, the first ever improv competition in elementary school. Was part of that team too. It was a lot of fun. Fast forward to high school. Not as many opportunities for acting. I almost went to an acting specific school in the region, so it's a high school that really puts like focus on acting as well. But I didn't really go because I wanted to stay with my friends as well. And I'm like, I can figure something out. I can act outside of like school, whatever. But I didn't really get the chance. And funny enough, ever since like a young age, I wanted to be an actor. And my parents were like, hey, you want to be an actor? Go for it. For sure. But, and this is a big but, before you become an actor, make sure you have like a university diploma. But it wasn't in the way where it's like, if you don't get the diploma, you can't be an actor type of thing. In fact, it's kind of funny because the contrast was, my parents were like, did you find acting opportunities outside of like school? No. Let's try harder. Even in university, my parents are really saddened by the fact that like, I had courses because I was taking software engineering. My parents were really pushing me. They're like, you're taking software engineering? Have you managed to find acting opportunities like outside as well? So for my parents, it wasn't get a diploma and then abandon acting type of thing. It was more of a get a diploma for stability, but also ensure that you're getting acting opportunities. So I had very, very supportive parents in terms of acting. They just wanted me to also have like a stable type of thing, and then ensure that I get acting opportunities while I'm in university.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it was like the best of both worlds, because for some reason you'd expect it to be like very, very strict, but they felt sad that it's like, oh, you have almost no time to dedicate to acting because of your university diploma.
That's amazing though, that your parents are super supportive and they know what your dreams are and all that stuff,
And that's why even I'd say COVID had like this weird effect, because at some point in university they built like a whole new building, and I never realized I went to this building multiple times. But then one day, as I'm walking, I noticed people coming out of like a room. and it's a podcast room. And I'm like, because this was during my last year of university, and I got more free, so I got the chance to like pursue, like go in on acting even more. Since I finished most of the like hard class for software engineering, I got more free time. I had more like easy classes, and so I see a guy come, like a group of people come out of like a podcast room. I tell the guy, I'm like, wait, like what is this room? He's like, oh, this is a podcast room. I'm like, is this like the only one? He's like, no. If you go over there are like voice recording booths. You can just like rent these out. They belong to like the school library. Just rent these out. I'm like, wait, does like no one know about these? He's like, I guess not. Like they're always free. I noticed that. I'm like, oh my god. I don't have equipment at home, but in these rooms are like professional grade equipment. And I'm like, I have free time. Let's go. I'm going in. I'm gonna start like voice acting now. I told my parents, they're like, let's go. You have like, you don't even have to buy expensive equipment. You can just go there. Everything was set up. The literal week after, everyone stay home.
Oh.
Yeah. Everyone stay home. And you have no idea what level of like, I was so sad.
So you're telling me that we could have had you in Gen 2 of Bakugan?
hey, I'm not saying that, but yeah, no. So I like, there's this type of thing where I'm like, this type of like Schrodinger's cat type of thing where I'm like, man, what would have happened if I like actually got access and COVID didn't happen? Would I have met like some of the people I met earlier? Would I have gotten like some opportunities earlier? I wasn't too sure, because even the path that I'm going on right now is still a blessing, because I got the chance to meet a lot of wonderful people. But like COVID really
yeah.
But yeah, no, so just overall, just to like swing back to like the overall question, it started from a young age. I got the chance to be one of those people that got a lot of support from people. My friends supported me. My parents were really supportive. A bunch of I got my teachers from elementary school were really supportive. So I always had the chance to be to have like a huge group supporting me, and then that was really good because I loved acting from a young age. I love the fact that when you do acting, you get to enjoy what's it called? You get to enjoy this certain level of connection just by being on set and meeting people that are working towards this common goal of building whether it's a play or a movie or episodes for a show. We're all going for this common goal, whether it's the first AD, cameraman, the directors, the people that are there to carry the equipment, some of the background actors, people that are there for literally one scene in one episode. All of these people coming in together and getting a chance to really showcase their love for making movies and making shows and acting is something that I really, 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 really love.
Yeah, that's amazing. And speaking of, we'll go back to when Griffin was first revealed. Actually, he was leaked out technically because of his trading card was leaked out before Gen 3 ever was announced. So we knew, okay, this is Griffin. This is kind of like the spiritual successor of Winton Styles from Gen 2. So everybody in the community is like, "Oh, is Deven Mack going to voice Griffin this time?" But then Devin's like, "No, Griffin's going to be voiced by a student of mine." And lo and behold, Sephira Bukasa.
Oh yeah, I saw that. It was actually pretty funny because I saw that interview and I saw that video that you because you asked him and I'm like, oh boy, oh boy, I'm getting mentioned. Although I'm getting alluded to, not fully mentioned, but I was really, really, really excited for the anticipation of what people would think, what people would especially when Deven said, "Oh, it's actually a student of mine." I was like, "Oh, okay. Yeah, that's quite the intro."
Tell me what he was like as a teacher.
So, Deven, it's so hard to say it because I feel like I'd be understating too much. He's like amazing doesn't even cut it. Just saying Deven is amazing is a huge understatement.
I mean, we've had him on the show. He is actually genuinely amazing.
Yeah, it's like I don't know, maybe I'm at a loss for words. I'll say super amazing because the way just his role in the community in terms of for voice acting helps a lot of people, guides a lot of people. He's a very, 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 very important voice in the community. Learning that I get to be a student of a guy that voiced a character from a show I really like, Lab Rat from Grossology.
Yes.
And learning that it's someone that when I looked for inspiration when I was first starting, starting professionally, I saw him, checked him out, and I'm like, oh yeah, Deven's pretty cool and all that stuff. So this is when I hadn't met him yet. So looking at the different voice actors, because I always looked at who are the Canadian voice actors that are known and all that stuff. And then it was at some point where he sent out a tweet, just a simple tweet asking, hey guys, if you are in Ontario, if you're a voice actor, a black voice actor in Ontario that can do these age ranges, I want to hear from you. And in my mind, I'm just it's gonna be a lot of people. I'll just like his tweet. I'll just like it, and I'll send him some stuff to tomorrow, the day after tomorrow. I like his tweet. Within 30 minutes, he's like, "Hey, I see you just like my tweet. You got something for me." And I was like, "Oh, ooh, whoa, whoa, this was quick." And I told him, I was like, "Yes, I'll send it to you tomorrow." I didn't expect it to be to be contacted this fast. And so I sent him cause I hadn't got any actual roles yet. And even the movie that I filmed, I don't think it was widely available yet on YouTube and everything. So I'm like, hey, I did a ton of auditions. Let me just send them the auditions. And immediately, he listens to it, he listens to a couple of them, immediately, words of encouragement, he, words I want, because when you do a lot of auditions, and you don't get something that bites, or you're a finalist in these auditions, but you don't get it, there is that perseverance in me, obviously, to keep going, because you don't get these roles after the first, maybe even 50 auditions. But sending that to Deven and hearing him being asking me, hey, am I part of an agency yet? Do I have professional roles yet? This is very good. We can work on this together. These words of encouragement may be okay, this is some level of acknowledgement. This is really, 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 really good. And it's for someone I really, really respect. So I was really, really, really glad. I was extremely glad. And very happy that I got contacted, right? And immediately, because he coached me through different auditions. And Deven, the thing that he taught me during whether it be during auditions to get different roles, whether it be through especially during the demo reel recording sessions, because he was the right director for that one. He's one of the best people to have in your corner, because he'll give it to you straight if something is not it in terms of what he's looking for, and he'll have different avenues and different really, really, really solid criticisms for how to advance and how to improve and how to modify different things. It was to the point where even when we were done, we had the takes we wanted for certain auditions, he'd be like, hey, let's put the auditions to the side. I really want to explore what we can do. And these are probably some of the funnest parts, because we do the audition, and then we get into let's explore different avenues we can take this character for the audition. Not necessarily because we will take these takes, but he wants me to really explore. He's a teacher that really wants you to like stop underestimating yourself in a way, because he knows he can pull an even better read, an even stronger read from you. And there'd be so many times where we'd just like explore. He'd be like, okay, can you give me this? Or have you seen this like TV show? Or what comes to mind when you think of this? Or what emotions are you feeling when you're going through it? And then there's the one term that he kept on like insisting on. And I think it's like at the core right now of when I do my auditions. He has this one thing he says: explore or really get into like the musicality for the read. The musicality in like it's the rhythm, the pitch, the tone, like different elements of your voice to really explore that read more. Because you can come in with a character where you're an evil character and you're like, hey, I'm really evil, man. I want to destroy you, right? You can get that for a read. And yeah, he could be like that evil villain, sure. But there are ways, even in just a 15 seconds, to really improve on the musicality of that read, to bring out a read that when a voice director or casting director will hear it, or when you're recording for an actual show, you've already gotten the role, when you're actually delivering that read, varying the musicality will allow you to vary it up a bit, bring your character to different places within the read. And I think that's one of the most important elements that like he's taught me. And it's also why, like I said, when I said he's not just amazing, he's more, it's the way he manages to push you as a teacher, the way he will give it to you straight if your read isn't it, but he won't just give it to you straight, like directly, and that's it. He'll explain why. He'll really get into like the nitty gritty, like the actual details of why you can improve that read, how you can improve it, like just, and it'll be like very meticulous too. Like it's very, very detailed stuff, and that's why whenever I think about it, whenever we'd have like a session together, and he would come back from being a voice director on an actual show, I would always think like, man, that must have been a very, very, very fun session for like that actual show. Like whoever was on the other end of receiving his criticisms, his like words of encouragement, how to improve. Like I just knew that person was like in good hands, having like him as a teacher constantly. It's very, 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 very great.
That's amazing how you put it like that, with just figure out the musicality of it, because the tone of it and everything that goes into that voice that can actually tell 1,000 messages about a character. That's how you build layers. That's how you layer a character.
Yeah. Yes. In fact, maybe later on, I can even send you I can even show you specific examples within my demo reel and tell you like which ones were like very, very fantastic reads. And I like the demo reel itself was a lot of fun to do with him. I looked forward every single time when we'd come in and be like, okay, let's go. And because it was just very, very fun. And the musicality element is one of the things that even when I was thinking and practicing for episodes of Bakugan, I'd always keep it in mind. Okay, Griffin is scared, or he has like issues, or he's not as willing. How can I incorporate musicality in this like 2-sentence of dialogue? What can I do? What would Deven say? You know?
I like how you that one question brought out like an entire essay about came out of it. So I got a spoiler, or I got a little behind the scenes thing for all y'all watching this. I have jot notes and stuff for what I'm gonna ask Sephira, and he freaking answered like 4 questions that I was gonna ask him.
Hey, ask him anyways, and I can get in for more like precise thing. Like,
but that's really good though.
Just to say, Deven, like, he's the best. He's the best. I'm like ever grateful for like the opportunities he's giving me. The like, 'cause you can be confident as an actor, for sure. And like I do feel that confidence like for like approaching these roles in these auditions, but it is always amazing when you have like a teacher in your corner that takes that confidence and is like, okay, I'm gonna use that confidence to push you even more because I know you can do more. I know you can like I know you can do more with your voice, with your reads, and like just the vibe of that you give to the character you're reading for.
What do you think was the best kind of life advice that you have taken from Deven?
Best life advice? There's a lot, but I think one of the key things is don't waste any time, especially when it comes to like acting stuff. Every second counts, whether it be preparing for like what's it called, an audition, sending the audition out, getting some dialogue ready for, because I had to write the dialogue for my demo reel, right? And then like getting like dialogue right, like just overall. And there's different things in like on what's it called, in like the professional acting stuff that I'm doing right now, where he always constantly says you have like these set of goals and you want to reach these type of metrics. Don't overthink it. Don't waste any time. You don't have to go extremely overboard for some stuff. You can keep some stuff simple, but just don't waste time. Every second counts for this industry. So go at it. Don't waste time doing other stuff. If you can finish something today, finish it today. Submit it ASAP.
That's amazing. That's actually realistic. Yeah. Okay. So Griffin's character, obviously, he's become such a fan favorite character. I remember there was like episodes where he's like having doubts about himself, and I know that resonates a lot with a lot of people. You know, that self-confidence issues. Sometimes even I would say pushing towards like anxiety even. So and the performance that you've given to Griffin has been amazing. What was your reaction to the reception to Griffin?
So obviously it is hard. Like I said, when you look at the previous generations of Bakugan, and then you look at a fun character like Winston Style, you're like in your mind, you're like, wow, the fans got the chance to be 5 seasons with a character that Deven really brought to life. Deven made really, really fun, and it's just a joy to watch on screen. And in my mind, I'm like, hey, you know, I've got Winston Styles coaching me. That's one thing. That's already good. And I'm thinking, okay, I want to deliver to fans. I want to calm the fans' doubts about like every single new reboot, just overall like what new things does Griffin bring to the table. And so I took Deven's advice with like everything he told me to bring to so I could bring Griffin to life. And I really tried to play into like his anxiety and everything, right? Cause he is kind of opposite to me in like different aspects. But I told myself, okay, like Griffin can be fun. He has a lot of emotion. He has a lot of sides to him. So I decided, I'm like, let's deliver these sides as best as I can, with as much emotion as I can, and really prepare for this role so like the fans get a character that they really like. So when I came with all of that in mind, with all this baggage in mind, seeing people really like Griffin, seeing people be happy, people being like, oh yeah, you know, Griffin, you know, like I'm really growing, like I feel like he's really growing on me pretty much. I was very happy. Like the fact that I managed to meet fans' expectations is something I told myself like, yeah, okay, damn. I guess I really did do a good job here. I guess I really did. Like this preparation really was worth it. And it's also because like I'm not in this by myself, right? There's like pretty much everyone. There's Mike, there's Kaya, there's Kyle, there's Julia. Like, all of these people are coming in. We're all pushing it as best as we can. So seeing people really like Mia or like Juno and like these characters, for me it warms my heart. For me, it made me really, really happy. I'm glad people liked it, and that's why it was also fun watching your reviews and reading the comments. I'm like, okay, let's see what Haru thinks. Let's see what he expects from this episode. Let's see if he shares some of the emotions I had during some of these episodes. Let's see what he liked. Let's see what he was kind of iffy about. Let's see his speculation. So it was really, really, really great. It was fun. It was like I was ecstatic that like the reception was really, really good.
Oh no! Oh no! I'm influencing the show. I'm only just giving like my honest thoughts, being as honest as I can about this stuff. But...
Oh yeah, no, don't worry. It's one of the things where like it's always fun to see people like. I've seen a lot of people work on like different other shows and like different series, and then it is a lot of fun going like seeing fan reactions to stuff, especially after you finish an episode, because we were like quite ahead. So seeing like your reaction after the fact and being like, okay, let's see. I'm wondering what people thought. And yeah, no, it was really, really fun. I liked it.
It's amazing. I better watch what I say now in those things.
No, be honest. Keep up the good work, man.
Thank you. I appreciate it so much. Oh yeah, one of the things that I really liked about Griffin is his dynamic with his Bakugan Trox.
Oh
Trox,
yes,
right,
oh man,
Trox right here. Obviously, Trox voiced by Doug Hatters. Amazing guy, very funny.
Yes,
very very talented voice actor, and been in the business for such a long time. What was it like? What was it like working with such a huge voice actor like Doug?
So the unfortunate thing, and I'll get the chance to tell you like what I think about all of my my colleagues. Like they were all fantastic. The sad thing is, I only got to meet Doug, I think, once.
Oh.
Yes, I only got to meet him like in person once in the studio, and I think it was when his session had just ended and I was going in. So we talked a bit. It was a lot of fun. We like talked a bit, but I didn't get the chance because I got the chance to meet multiple times other of my like colleagues, but I didn't meet Doug that much. But I did still have his presence in the studio, because there were times where before my line I'd be like, hey, can you play I really want to bounce off of Doug here. Can you play what he said, for example? And they'd play it, and I'm like, oh man, he really set the tone for this one. I need to match this really, 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 really well. And so I felt them in that sense. I also felt them when I got the chance to see some of the episodes. And I looked at the episodes just to figure out like how he is, and just by hearing his voice in the studio, meeting him, and seeing some of the episodes, I could already, during my prep sessions, just imagine his lines with his voice and his candor, and just think, okay, this is how he'd say that line. Here's how I can match it. And here, like, just imagining the scene and everything. So it was a lot of fun. I'm glad he was the one that played Trox, because he really delivered a lot. And hey, maybe later you're gonna ask me on my Bakugan rankings. We'll see. We'll see what I say. Maybe he is number one. We'll see. Maybe Trox is number one. But no, he was fantastic. Like it was. I'm really, really, really glad he was the one that played Trox.
It really seemed like in the show, Griffin and Trox really built off of each other. So like like in Gen 2, it seems like Dan's character was built off of Drago. Drago's just used to build off Dan's character, and but in Gen 3, Drago was being built by Dan. But in here, with the dynamic between Griffin and Trox, they're just building off of each other. So like Trox encouraging Griffin to like be stronger or be confident, and then Trox gets an energy drink sponsorship, and Griffin's like, "Hey, Trox, can you lay off a little bit?"
Yeah. Yeah, no, like a lot of that's what I really, really like, because in terms of the show, the scenes I really like and the episodes I really liked were the ones where like the cast and the group, the gang is just hanging out. The gang is building off of each other and all that fun. So stuff like the liquid lava episode was a lot of fun. seeing Trox like going at it with Penji and just being like, and then Griffin just being like, yeah, it's kind of like, it's Trox's thing, but like he's kind of messing up my vibe here, and then he's messing up the brawl. But like that's what I felt when I recorded that episode. I felt like the guy that was like, Trox is really getting into the sponsorship thing, and I should give him his space. We're kind of just chilling here, we're kind of just relaxing. But on the other hand, man, Trox, you're really ruining my vibe here. Like, you're really messing it up just for an energy drink. So we really like, and that's why I think that Doug really delivered on this role, because every single time there were scenes of Trox, cheering Griffin up or encouraging him or like just having fun being a goofball, he delivered that very well.
It's definitely different than what UCal did in Gen 2 for Trox. But yeah, it was definitely a very interesting dynamic, and I think that the fans will really appreciate that when they watch it.
Mm-hmm.
So we know that when you did Griffin, you're having such a good time, and you're putting so much thought into his performance. But is there a point in your session as Griffin did you feel like that you could have done better? Whichever it would be.
Yeah, the thing with Griffin is, and this is where we get into when I said he's more of a contrast of me, because the anxiousness that Griffin felt, I didn't always feel it. Like, I don't always feel it myself in my day-to-day. There are times where I'm more Dan than Griffin, and like as a person, and ready to get into the action, ready to go at it forward, and that's what those moments where I had to really be vulnerable, like just like bathe in that vulnerability for Griffin. They were tough moments. I feel like I delivered some, especially during the throw some shade episode. I felt like I really got into it. But there are a lot of scenes where I'm like, man, I do feel I could have been a touch more vulnerable, a touch more anxious in some of these scenes. And these were times where, like, 'cause I get the script, I practice, and I look into it, I try to like practice with the scene in front of me. But it's still one of the things where I'm like, I feel like I need to work on this a bit more, because on the emotional spectrum, it's probably one of the emotions where I'm like, I need to train more. And I'd like to get more roles where I'm more of an anxious, very vulnerable and small person type of character, because that's what the Griffin role really revealed. I'm like, yeah, some scenes work, but some other scenes I just need to like get deeper in that vulnerability more.
So we're talking about the Bakugan rankings now. Putting your Trox bias aside, bias aside, what would you rank your top 5 Bakugan in the show?
Okay, so I'm glad you asked about Bakugan first and not characters first. So okay, maybe it's because Kylo really delivers Drago in such a way. That's because he's like that big, like, buff and type of knight type of guy, but at times he's very ridiculous and goofy. And I really like his personality. I really like the way Kyle voiced him. So he's pretty at the top. The next one, and I'm sorry, Doug, it's still not Trox. The next one, man, the way I think it's Alan Turner, right?
Oh, Nilius. Yes, Alan Turner.
Alan Turner, the way he plays Nilius, dear Lord, Nilius is so
crazy.
Petty. Nilius is so petty, and he's so like, obviously, like, it's so obvious. He's like, man, I really wish, like, stupid Drago, I really wish that, like, it was all about me type of thing, right? Because you can even see it when Drago gets mind controlled. Nilius is so confident that the plan is going well. He tells him his full plan. He starts calling him like an idiot and a doo-doo head, and like it starts insulting him, and he's so overconfident. And I'm just like, huh, wow. Like I love the way he's played. He's so funny, and pathetic as well in a way because of how he is. So like Drago 1, Nilius. Now, I'm gonna have to go with my man Bruiser next. So it's still not Trox, but
I mean, he's cool.
he is. The way David plays, because David is a fellow student of mine. He's also a student of Deven, and the way he plays Bruiser is a lot of fun. I love the accent he gives him. He sounds he's very strong. The way he bounces off Juno, it's also great because it seems more like with how you see Bruiser, the way he acts and everything. He could have easily been like a villain in some other type of show where he's like really like the tough guy that's gonna rough you up like Hedra type of thing, but he gets led around by Juno so easily. He's like, oh, we're gonna jump off like a bridge? I think it's kind of crazy, but hey, you do you. I'm along for the ride. And I'm just like, cool, but a tad bit irresponsible, but hey, very, very cool. And so he's just a lot of fun. He's like, David plays him very, very well. Like, I enjoy the performance that Bruiser has. I enjoy the way he is in the show. It's a lot of fun. And like the way like his techniques are also very, very fun. The fact that he has a hammer and an axe really shows he's down for business. And yes, next is Trox. Next is Trox.
Trox is number 4.
he is number 4. And for all the reasons I listed, Doug is fantastic. He plays him very well. I love Trox's techniques. I love how he plays and bounces with Griffin. He's a lot of fun. And like I said, for the reasons stated before, he's really, 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 really cool. At number 5, this is more of a... So number 5, Ventry. And the reason I like Ventry is, one, Christina Nova plays her very, very, very well. Like... And it's kind of funny because, like, I've met Christina multiple times, and, like, her range is very, very good. Her range, I'd expect her to play, like, different type of characters, but I did not expect her to deliver Venture with such a, like, you know, ladylike, very composed, very, like very calm type of a character.
She's able to
like,
put on the British accent and like, but able to like range it so like such
yeah
ways, depending on whatever situation.
And eventually, like, she's like adding the way she adds to the group. No, she's pretty responsible. She's very like she gives good advice to me. Like overall, she's a very like Christina plays her very, very well. So they're a lot of fun. I apologize to my Misfit Bakugans that I placed Nilius before all of you, besides Drago, of course. But hey, it is what it is. That's my top 5. They're very, 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 very. It's like everyone delivered very well on it. And like some honorable mentions. Mantid, especially with Backslash. Like every scene that Mantid has been in, it's always like you can tell. It's one of those and I know it's pretty funny. They give me you've seen Yu-Gi-Oh, right?
Yeah.
It's applicable. It's funny. They give me kind of Weevil type of vibes.
Yeah.
Where
I can't describe really Weevil's voice, but it's very like high pitched, snarly, evil kind of thing.
Yeah, it's just Mantid and Backslash give me Weevil vibe, not necessarily because of the voice, but because of like their role in the story. Right? It's like obviously Mantid and Backslash do way more in terms of like how good they are and how like their technical expertise, like hacking and everything. But just very, very fun. It's so fun. They're like they deliver on it very well. And yeah, I'll have that as one honorable mention. Don't tell me you're gonna have me rank my friends next, right?
Oh no! Oh no! We won't have to. We don't have to go that far.
I could tell you who's my favorite Misfit though, if you want.
Oh sure.
So
I need to hear this. Get the popcorn ready.
So. Ignoring Griffin for obvious bias reasons. Wait, can you guess? Actually, can you guess?
It's Mia.
Who do you think? No. Kaya's fantastic. She's really cool.
She's
met
my
her plenty. I've met her plenty of times. She's always been a joy to have. She's she's fantastic. But unfortunately, it is not Mia.
I would say Dan.
Now, Mike, if you're seeing this, I apologize. Love you a lot. You're great, but Dan is not my favorite Misfit.
See, there's a...
Oh, who is it? Is it TC?
So it's a 50-50 between TC and Juno.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I'm gonna shoot for it. Juno.
Yes! Juno. It is Juno. Julia delivers her lines, incredibly well. Well, they all do, but, the way she plays Juno is just so much fun. Especially the way Juno bounces off of Griffin, they're the software and hardware type of guys.
Yeah.
And I like Juno's extremely perilous attitude. She's a lot of fun. The way she bounces off at Bruiser, just overall through the episodes, and the way she kind of pushes, whenever she's paired up with Griffin and they're going to do something dangerous, you can always see Griffin be like, "Oh, I don't know about this. This is," and it's always funny seeing Juno being like, "Let's go, let's just go do this. It's gonna be fun." And man, the way Juno brings Griffin into these situations, it's great. But yeah, she's my favorite Misfit. But every single one of the Misfit have these specific elements that they we can talk about this more later, but they have these specific elements that really brings them to life. The way Kaya makes Mia sound so snarky sometimes. There's this episode where they go we're fighting the aquatic clan, pretty much. And just the way she delivers her lines, it's just so the snark she has in some of her lines are so legendary. They're so much fun. Same thing for Mike. Mike, when he plays Dan, you feel the energy. You feel the God damn. Oh man, Dan. The area, you're like, Dan, oh man, if you weren't my friend, and there are times where he's arrogant. Or there's an episode where we revealed to Mia that we broke into her dad's office.
Oh yes.
And the way Dan just not a care in the world. He's like, "Oh yeah, we did break it to your office. Yeah, and that was a lot of fun. Yeah." I'm just, and then you have Griffin
it was supposed to be a secret, Dan.
Yeah. And it's even though Griffin's the one that spilled the beans, at least I looked sorry. At least I looked sorry about it. So the way Dan just yeah, but it was fun. And he doesn't understand why Mia's yo, but you do understand why this is bad, right? We are clear on why this is bad, right? And then just oh man, it was fun. It was all right. Nah. I'm just oh man. And even TC, ooh man, just TC. When I first heard TC's voice, because the thing is, I never got the chance to really hear TC's voice. Even when in studio, I don't think I've ever, because TC comes in later in the show. Yeah. And TC's voice actor, Desmond, man, it's a lot of youth, a lot of fun. It's adorable. It's really the type of voice that whenever TC was on screen and being happy, or was slightly annoyed maybe, or was worried, you could really feel that youthful delivery.
Yeah.
And yeah, because everyone, and you for sure noticed this because you've watched the entire season. You can see how everyone really, 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 really like we progressively improve throughout the series. And when people are like more comfortable, they're more like into the roles, and they're really set into the roles. They get the chance to deliver these like splendid performances.
Exactly.
And yeah, no, like the cast was fantastic. It's like I'm really glad I had like Mike. I'm really glad I had Julia, and even for like the other clients too. Yeah, I got the chance to meet Drew Davis. He like we stood there. We talked about a lot of different things. He was fun. I got the chance to meet David multiple times. He was a lot of fun. It was the cast was great, and every single time I went to the studio, and I got to meet one of my castmates. I was really happy. I come in, Christina's there, we're talking about a bunch of different things. It's great. Oh, I come in, oh damn, Mike is there. We're there talking, it's lots of fun. We're talking about different things. We're talking about like, hey, how's it going so far? How's it going like different other roles? And like when I met Kaya, in fact, I almost missed meeting Julia.
Oh, really?
He came out of a session, and then I saw faintly from the elevator. I'm like, I asked the producer because he was there too. I'm like, wait, was that Julia? He's like, yeah. I'm like, I need to meet the one that's like voicing my favorite character. I need to meet her now. So I quickly ran to the elevator. I'm like, hey, Julia. She's like, oh, and yeah, no, she had that energy. It was great meeting her. So that's why like there's one thing hearing about how great your castmates are, and then talking to them on like Instagram or Messenger or like whatever. But it's another experience meeting them in studio, getting the chance to like chill and talk a bit, and just hanging out for a bit before like our sessions. It really added to the experience. Like even beyond, like I said, I love acting because like it does like XYZ. It's also like I said, meeting the people working towards this common goal that makes it even more fun.
Yeah. Sounds like a fun place to work.
Yes, for sure.
I mean, I've met two of the voice actors on Bakugan. I met Kyle. We did an in-person interview. Mm-hmm. Kyle was an amazing guy. I met Julius Cho, who did Magnus in Gen 2. Julius was in Winnipeg, and we got to hang out, and it's definitely a different vibe than like being able to talk to them like online through Messenger and all that stuff, or through email. But yeah, it was so fun. It was so fun to hang out with. So yeah, like you said, it's a completely different vibe, and it's just it's just a complete different experience, and it's a very great one. So I don't know if you've heard, but season 2 of Bakugan, like they teased season 2 at the end of season 1, but however, it's not, season 2 is not greenlit yet. So just want to get your thoughts on that.
Well, the thing is, when you come into a project, obviously you come in thinking like anything could happen. Like absolutely anything could happen. Series could get canceled. Series could be renewed with like a set amount of seasons. Sometimes the seasons are already planned because there's all of the funding. Sometimes you're halfway through episode 5 out of like a 26 episodes like season, and they tell you, hey, we've already greenlit season 2 and 3 and 4. Like for like the new Daredevil show, we already know there's gonna be like a season 2, possibly season 3.
Yeah.
So for me, like coming in knowing anything can happen. Obviously, like I want to get into this as much as I can. I want to for sure, because I know, like we have a really, really, really good cast. It was a lot of fun meeting every one of them. It was a lot of fun hanging out with them, and it was a lot of fun seeing them deliver these performances, and also enjoying these performances, and also because I'm still hoping we get more of like the old cast back. Like, because they brought on a lot of the old cast and voiced in different roles, right?
Yeah.
And
Jonah and Jason were are
yes.
example. Julius as well.
And so I'm here thinking like, I really, I'm hoping that season 2 gets greenlit, but not just season 2. Honestly, I'm hoping for even more. I'm hoping because there's so much stuff to explore. There's so much stuff we can do. We need to see who's like the new guy behind the mask. We need to see. We haven't even got to a season where the Misfit clans really gets fractured. Maybe maybe we all go our separate ways for like half a season. We all disband for some reason. That's what we have a lot of stuff we can explore.
That could be like a 4-episode story arc on its own.
Mm-hmm. There's hey, the Bakugans came from one planet. There could be oh yeah, we had people that went and colonized, they went in this other new planet, and then boom, they got our signal from Earth, and then they're coming back to invade all that stuff. We haven't even seen. There's hey, there's maybe a chance some of us change Bakugans. That can always happen. We could maybe I say goodbye to Trox at some point and I get someone new. Who knows? So, and also because I really want to dive into. I want to get the chance to dive into more of Griffin's character traits, see how he evolves, see him get a bit older, of course. So
that was actually going to be my next question. What were you hoping for? What they would do for Griffin in the future if they ever do more stuff with this Gen 3?
So for me. So I have Trox, right? If I were to get a different Bakugan, let's say in season 2, supposedly, right? I want them to do something where I want them to make the fans really, really happy. I want them to be okay, guys. They start revealing the new Bakugan partners, right? And they take people from Gen 1 maybe, and then Gen 2, and then they shuffle it up a bit. Who knows? Maybe I get to get an avian type of Bakugan this time.
Maybe Skyrus.
Yeah, no. Who knows? So it's a lot of stuff where I'm thinking, hey, season 2, make the fans happy, make a lot more callbacks from and we don't have to go just Gen 2. You can go Gen 1, is what I'm talking about. Go Gen 1. So even me, I'm looking at this, I'm oh yeah, I vaguely remember this from Gen 1. And I go look at it, I'm oh yeah, it's this Bakugan and all that stuff, right? And so make him a bit older. Maybe I'd also like to see us mentoring a bit more. Because Mia did have cousins. We could add them to the team. Who knows? Maybe, or it doesn't have to be Mia's cousins. It can be someone that's completely different. They come into the team. We do a bit more mentoring. We say, and it could also be that let's say V isn't even the new V. Let's say he's not even someone that's necessarily extremely evil. Oh damn! I just realized I'm doing this. Is this triggering something?
Yeah, I think so. But
damn,
that's cool.
Yeah. But yeah, so older Griffin, a bit more callbacks. I'd say even maybe we're in some more mentoring type of role. I would want to see also some intercity stuff. We have our main city, but let's take it a bit more regional. Let's make it more maybe the Misfits. Maybe it's some intercity type of thing where, oh yeah, the Misfit clans, maybe we might be the best now, but something happens for maybe the Bakugans from a different planet land in this city, let's say. And something happens to where there's more team ups with different groups. So the Misfit clan are okay, Griffin, maybe this time we need you to go team up with Barbell and Dumbbell this time. Go at it. We need you to face this team from that city because they're threatening us. They want to do they have XYZ type of plan. And so it's more interesting team ups. You get a chance to have more interesting dynamics. So that's overall what I'm hoping for. Yeah, Griffin, but season 2 as well. we can do so much. There's like so much we can do.
I mean, we don't have Insect Clan representation in the Misfits yet, so maybe we can bring a new character, and then the rest of the Misfits can coach that person into joining them and all that stuff.
Hey, who knows? Maybe the guy that has the new V mask, maybe he goes undercover. You know, he joins the Misfit Clan, pretends to be that new insect recruit. You know, and then. I have not read script for season 2. Like you said, it has been greenlit. I'm not saying anything that's gonna I'm not saying anything that's gonna happen.
Blink twice if you're lying.
But yeah, no. So there's, like you said, Instant Clan. There's so much stuff we can do. There's so much material.
Yeah.
And like it's just getting started. Like I know the Misfit have been through a lot, and like TC has been through a lot. Griffin as well. Like we've been through a lot. But we have a lot more we can do. We have way more stuff we can do.
Yeah, no, sorry that I'm coughing so much.
No, it's fine, it's fine. You just gave me the cue. I should probably drink some water too.
Yeah, sorry I'm coughing so much. I don't know. For some reason, this cough just like came out. Yeah, I've been fighting it for the past like couple days or so.
Well, hopefully you get better.
Yeah. Nah, I'm fine. I probably just need more halls or something.
But Dimetap, Benadryl, you know.
Yeah. But okay, so we're gonna do this thing called the Discord question. So we opened you up to questions from the BakuTalk Discord server. Which, by the way, if you want to join the discussion and talk some cool stuff about Bakugan, join the BakuTalk Discord server. Links in the description below. But yes, we've opened up a question Q&A to the members of the Discord. So some fans have some questions for you. So, first one comes from user Noria. It's spelled like Korea, but that doesn't end on it. So, what are your plans for other roles for other shows?
Obviously, there's some stuff that are like, let's say, if I was cast anything, I wouldn't be able to talk about it because of some NDA stuff. But I'm gonna talk just in general and future stuff. Because thing is, even though I did Bakugan, right? I'm also like an actor, you know, like just acting. And so I'm looking forward to just doing more, because I want to do roles that explore different aspects of myself, and that I don't really get the chance to really. So I don't want to be too comfortable, I'd say. So if a cartoon comes up, like it'd be pretty cool. Let's say, have you seen The Dragon Prince?
I don't think so. No.
Okay, so like there are a lot of stuff in The Dragon Prince, the varied roles that would be pretty cool to do. I'm trying to get into more French voice acting as well, because not just French, because I speak multiple languages, and one of my main goals in voice acting is doing voice acting in every single language I know, and that I'm going to know. So I'm fluent in French, I'm fluent in Swahili. Currently, I used to be decent at Spanish back in high school because I was forced to. Well, not decent, less than decent. But I'm getting back into it. Same thing for Japanese. Well, Japanese, I wasn't decent. I started like during the pandemic, so I'm going into that too. And so I'm trying to get roles. The focus right now is getting either dubbing or even like prelay roles in French as soon as possible, whenever that would be possible. And just continuing forward on like some voice acting stuff, whether it be dubbing or prelay type of stuff. And also pretty much acting, doing more in-person acting, because I really like to act with because even in the sessions, if you see me in the sessions, I'm not just acting like this, you know, I'm not straight. I'm like doing like lots of stuff like Bakugan Brawl. I'm moving my body, trying to whisper into the mic. If I'm gonna voice like a monster, I won't just stand still. If it's a monster that's really like sneaky, I'll be like like I want to get more physical, but like on the widescreen, on
live
not just
action.
Yeah, just more live action. Yeah.
That's amazing that you know like a lot of languages. For me, I speak English and Cantonese. I know
Cantonese.
I know some. I know some Japanese. I was in Japan last year. Speak a little Italian, Korean. My fiance's family Spanish.
Mm-hmm. Cantonese, gosh, I thought to myself, I'm like, Mandarin is widespread, and Cantonese also sounds interesting. Then someone told me like, oh, you're intimidated by the 6 tones in Mandarin? Huh. Wait until you hear about the 9 tones in Cantonese.
Yeah.
I was like, what?
Yeah, it's a pain.
Oh man. But so, English, Cantonese, some Japanese, some Korean, some Spanish,
some Italian
as well. Some Italian as well. Cuz dude, there's a lot of fun in learning multiple languages.
Yeah, in Japan, that's really how I communicated most of the time. They they do speak English there, but it's better usually when you're visiting, their territory. You want to try to speak their language because that's how you get help better or get speak to their hearts a lot more better. So
speaking about Japan, speaking about Japan. Oh, sorry, go on.
Oh, sorry, yeah. But sometimes it becomes too hard, and then you're like, you're like, eigo hanemasu ga? And then
yeah.
Yeah.
I'll tell you right now, my reading for Japanese is way better than my speaking and listening. Like listening is, if they speak too fast, like that's why right now for practicing, reading like manga in Japanese, and I'm gonna start watching some stuff for like some subtitles like on Netflix and everything. But man, is it listening is hard. But like I was saying, fun fact. This is a fun Bakugan fact. I had to miss a Japan trip because me and my friends were planning a Japan trip.
Oh.
For so and then Bakugan comes along, and I tell my friends, because we bought the tickets and everything, like everything was already planned.
Oh no!
I tell my friends, I'm like, guys, there's a chance I'm not on this trip. I told them like I might get a role in something, which I can't tell you guys because NDA. I might get a role in something that will prevent me from going on this trip. And I think the literal week I told them, like, no, a week later, boom, I can't go. So yeah, maybe I'm going next year, maybe I'm going the year after. They had a lot of fun, but hey, it was for Bakugan. It was for like this I left the Japan trip for something that was also good. So. But
we appreciate the sacrifice.
No problem.
Thank you so much. But yeah, if you can go to Japan, I really recommend you do. It's the experience you'll never forget.
Yes, yeah, for sure. In fact, my friend liked it so much he went like the year after. He went this year too.
Yeah, I want to go back. Greg of the Nerdy Friends asks, do you like tacos?
Yes. Okay, tacos is amazing. I'll just say that right now. I think I'll say tacos are great, but burritos are even better.
I like both of them, especially hard tacos.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. My sister, for some reason, like she prefers like soft shell tacos, which is also good. But I don't know, the hard shell. It makes it even better.
Just the crunchiness is what we really want.
Yeah.
That's inside. Crusher asks, if your partner could be any Bakugan that's not just Trox, who would it be?
If I had to choose right now, I'll take for my top 5 for sure. Minus Trox. Okay, this is a hard pick. Despite putting my Draco first, I would go with Bruiser. Because I feel like Bruiser would be a fun Bakugan to have by your side.
Yeah,
just
Griffin and Bruiser, huh? I wonder if we can make a what if of that.
It's also because Bruiser, I feel like Bruiser, whereas Trox was like, hey Griffin, you can believe in yourself, do this, 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 this. I feel like Bruiser would be like, I'd be like, yeah, but I feel like this is a pretty like huge fall. He'd be like, nah, man, I'm tough. Let's go, bring it. I'd be like, no. So yeah, I take Bruiser.
So Kryakwa asks, which Bakugan from each generation, including BakuTalk, if you know that one, is your favorite?
Gosh, seeing how Gen 1 was forever ago, but you know what? You know what you can do? Name me your top 3 from Gen 1. I'll pick from those. I'll check. Like I'll literally look them up right now.
Let's see. Mine, Hydronoid, obviously, is the number one. Laser Man, and I guess Fear Ripper.
So Hydronoid, Laser Man. Give me a second. Bakugan. Okay. Ooh.
There's a lot.
Okay. Damn. Whoa. And then what's the last one?
Fear Ripper. He has these like giant claws or something for like hands. But his Bakugan, it opens up like this, so it opens like.
I'd go with Hydronoid. I'm a huge dragon fan. I love dragons a lot, and he just looks cool. Wait, he just looks extremely cool.
Yeah,
especially
he's got the saw blades on the chest, and he has 3 heads. Yeah.
I'd go with Hydronoid. Gen 2. Despite not having watched Gen 2, like much of Gen 2, I did look at a lot of clips, and gosh, I don't remember any of the names. I'll go, I'm pretty sure, what's the name of the girl with blue hair? Kind of like tan type of skin tone.
Oh, Leah, yeah.
Leah, let me see, Leah.
She had Pegatrix, she had Fenica.
Yeah, I don't know what it is for... I'm gonna settle on the Pegasus one.
Yep, Pegatrix.
I'm gonna settle on this one. Pegatrix. And then for 3, I'll go with Drago for 3.
That's pretty.
What was BakuTalk?
BakuTalk. It was Bakugan, but like it was a Japanese exclusive one. Never got released outside of Japan.
I saw this when I was looking for info on Bakugan before.
I'm not too familiar with it myself, to be honest with you. It's I have very limited knowledge of that one because I didn't get into that one before, because that's when that came out after Bakugan's initial cancellation in Gen 1. So
okay. Okay.
So they tried to appeal to purely Japanese market because they thought it would be easier, but no, too much competition.
Yeah, because even if I tell you right now, when I was younger, if I only count like toy-related anime, there's Yu-Gi-Oh!, which was extremely popular, and Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds and GX, like these 3 already very popular. I'm not sure. Do you remember Battle Beat-em-on?
Yeah, I still have some of mine.
Oh, there was Battle Beat-em-on, which was also a lot of fun.
That was awesome.
And then you go to like Beyblade. I'm not talking Metal Fusion Beyblade.
Yeah,
I'm talking
Beyblade
like
V-Force, the plastic gen.
Wait, I'm talking even before. Was V-Force the one with Dragoon and Tyson?
Dronzer.
Dronzer. And then the Demolition Boys and all that. The one that shot
the All-Stars, those things.
Wait, no one remembers this. But do you remember there was a team in Beyblade that literally shot their Beyblades from guns?
Yeah. The Demolition Boys. I don't remember the lead guy's name, but I remember he had like this gun that.
And then wait, who was Dronzer's user again?
It was Kai.
Yeah, Kai went to join these guys.
Yeah.
And at some point, I was talking with Deven about like, because we were talking about Beyblade at some point. I was like, yo, yeah, there's this team in Gen 1 that shot Beyblades from guns, and I kept on wondering, like, did I imagine this? Was this just like a cool concept that we imagined as kids? No, and I went to search for it. I'm like, yes, okay, I remember this. It was crazy.
Yeah, Kai was a part of that team in Revolution or G Revolution. Or something.
But yeah, no, you're 100% right. There was so much competition for like toy related. Because remember, there's also Digimon. There was also like it's mainly the ones I named plus Bakugan that I remember. But that's like I'm 100% sure there were way more.
There probably were. But like you said, there was Yu-Gi-Oh, there was Pokemon, there was Battle Beat 'em On.
I can't believe I forgot to name Pokemon, which was the most obvious one.
There was also Digimon, but yeah, Digimon was there too.
Metabots as well.
Metabots.
Yes, Metabots. It's just like, how do you get out of that in terms of like competition wise? How do you even get out of?
It's amazing that Bakugan managed to uphold itself in that competition for so long because Bakugan was pretty much a mixture of Yu-Gi-Oh and Pokemon. So you got a card game, and then Pokemon, the games, you throw a ball and a monster pops out. In Bakugan, you roll a ball onto a magnet and a monster pops out. So it was you got a physical Pokemon. So that's kind of how it stood out.
I also think like what made Bakugan kind of hard, because I didn't see Bakugan as much in the playground, and it's mostly because of like what you needed. If you play Beyblade, you have your Beyblade, you have the Ripper, anyone can bring a stadium, right?
Yeah.
Yu-Gi-Oh, you have your deck, you put it in a Ziploc, you go in. For Bakugan, it's like not only do you need the cards, but you also need Bakugans.
Yeah.
And then you need you need a magnetic cards. And it's just like, man, there was so much things. Like I knew friends that had Bakugan, but we never had them on the playground. And it's also because I can't really speak that much because it eventually got banned a couple of times. Like games got banned because there's issues with kids like stealing stuff, or kids misplacing stuff and crying, or kids going with their Yu-Gi-Oh cards in the bathrooms and getting them wet and crying. It's oh gosh.
For me, a teacher got injured because of a Bakugan.
They flip on it? What?
Yeah, like a Bakugan. The kid missed the core. It went wild across the room. The teacher was walking, slipped, and I think he might have hurt his back or something like that.
Ooh,
the principal the next morning, the principal was not happy. I had to announce, don't bring your little marble toys to school anymore.
Yeah,
and then they moved on to Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah, but like you said, lots of competition. It's a tough, especially in Japan. Especially in Japan, we're talking about things that were released stateside, and like worldwide. Imagine the amount of other stuff. Like, there's this thing called Card Fight Vanguard.
Yes, Card Fight Vanguard. I play that.
We didn't even get that at the same time as Japan. I'm pretty sure it was in Japan for a while.
It's in Japan first, and then it came to North America. Became
like I said,
top 5 game.
There's a lot of stuff where I'm sorry, and like I said, I even faintly remember a card game I used to play, or I had cards of, and I don't even remember what the name is. That's how competitive it is. You've played games you probably forgot about completely. They're lost in the abyss.
There's some games that I played that I forgot about. The Neopets card game I remember was bad.
Oh yeah, man. But lots of stuff lost. So lost to history.
Yeah.
But just so I remember. And I'll make a mental note of this. Hydronoid, Pegatrix, and then Drago. I'll keep this in mind, like that. Whenever we do this again, I'll come to you with a more updated version.
Sounds great. Mr. Dragon Man asks, "What's your favorite part about this series?" The
favorite part, in general. in like whether it be anime or TV show, but I'll stick more specific to anime. I love shows that have a huge cast that can bounce off of each other, like that. Whenever I turn on an episode, because this even happened for Bakugan. Whenever I turn on an episode, and it takes roughly a minute for me to already be like just seeing like either the cold open or the first scene that's setting up. It always takes me just roughly 1 minute to be like, okay, this is going to be good, because I know I'll get to see interactions between like Juno and then Den and then TC, and it'll be these three going to like, let's say, the supermarket, and then they'll be doing this, and usually I already know from a previous episode that this supermarket is maybe owned by, like, say, I'm just like saying random stuff, is owned by, like, say, Backslash's family, so I know they'll get into shenanigans and they might have to team up or stuff like that. So that's usually what I like about shows, about anime, when there's a huge cast that the creators or the author can like play around with. And that's why in Bakugan, when we have like all of these clans and all of these, like, our main characters are varied, and we get to play not only the Misfit clan, but their Bakugan, and then you have like wider interactions with like other clans. It's what I like. So the huge cast in Bakugan is usually, because it really like it really hits what I like about what is usually in my favorite anime, I'd say. Just that huge cast with a lot of interactions.
The fun filler episodes.
Yeah, I wouldn't say just filler. It even goes into, even when we go into like the plot sometimes. When it's stuff like, let's say when we went to spy on Mia's dad, it's me. I said me. It's Griffin, Dan, we're going in, spying, and it's like us two, and we're going to have a lot of fun. Stuff like that. Just when like people get together and then interactions bounce off of each other. Or even that episode where, oh my gosh, when Drago uploaded the Dan video where he's like dancing around, like kind of like pogos at some point.
The
Dan,
corn dog episode, yeah.
Yes, and then Dan thought it was like, we kind of led him to believe that it was Backslash that leaked it online because he hacked the servers. Like, just that. I know Dan will go around and he'll interact with Backslash, and there'll be some like dumb shenanigans that might happen. And yeah, it's just that. So yeah, when we get into like fillers, and I'm not talking like anime fillers that aren't relevant, but even like canon parts of a show that just have the character sometimes laying back and advances the plot a bit, and like it's a core part of the story, and it's not filler, but it's not as serious. That is also what I like. So just, it's even one of my favorite anime, well, manga, because the anime is not done, called Hina Matsuri. That has a huge cast. Every single like, it's a 10 out of 10 manga for me. Every time I open a chapter, I'd always like kind of like laugh and giggle a bit, because I'm like, oh my gosh, we're gonna see like, there's this character called Hitomi, and then like Hina, they're gonna be in this situation. Like there's a chapter where a mob boss, because it has to do with the Yakuza. The Yakuza main character is going head to head against an 11-year-old for a business decision, and like it's insane. It's absolutely insane.
That does sound pretty, that does sound pretty weird.
it's absolute. Like, I can show you. Like, wait, I have it right here. Like, this character here. This character here. You see her, like, she has like a business outfit. She has like a rifle back there. She's a construction worker. If I gave you the context of why. Oh yeah, she has the right. Like, she has an M16 here. If I give you the context, why is she in so many different outfits, and what's the deal? It's a long story. It's a long story. She pretty much rules the business world in the story, and she's like 12. But yeah, no, it's and I'm not gonna. I don't know for sure, but I'm almost even sure. No, it's a given. Gen 1 and Gen 2 must have had like a lot of these like getting together, lots of fun episodes, characters bouncing off each other, because it's kind of a staple of like these type of shows, whether it be Beyblade, Battle Beat 'em On, Pokemon. It's a staple of like the huge crew that like gets into like these dumb, crazy adventures. It's just a lot of fun.
Ryan Atros 93 asks, if you yourself could be a Bakugan, which one do you think you'd be?
Like an OC or an actual one?
Like an actual one.
An actual one. If we're going with Gen 3, because that's what I know the most right now. This is the thing. I'm not even going with like top 5 type of thing. I'm just thinking like, what would be the coolest? What would bring me? What would be the best? Because here's the thing. Ventry would be pretty cool because of like, one, the avian type of thing. I could bring my partner literally anywhere. It's much easier. But then I'm thinking of like, damn, like when I think about like, let's see, having it just being Trox. No, but the small hands because he's a T-Rex.
Could be a dragon Bakugan from the Dragon Clan.
Yeah, that's a tough one. You know what? I might just settle once again on Bruiser. Bruiser's a lot of fun. He has the muscles. Oh yeah, and then I'd have Juno as a partner. She's so cool.
Oh yeah,
we're going crazy we're going crazy adventures and things. Yeah. You know what? I'd say Bruiser. I'd be Bruiser. Now, would I get to the level of like delivering those lines like David with that deep type of voice? I don't know. You might get a Bruiser that sounds more like youthful, I'd say.
Laval 2400 asks, if you could eat one food for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Okay, so I'm kind of Garfield, okay? I really like lasagna. Lasagna is amazing. Okay, it's like a close tie. 3-way tie, actually. Because there's this dish, this African, like Congolese dish called malaki. And it's beans with rice, and we mix it in a way with like some palm oil and all that stuff. And it's very good. In fact, it was so good when I was younger. I used to eat it like, remember, this is beans. I used to eat it without swallowing when I was like way younger. And I'd eat it full bowl. I can finish that thing in, I'd say like the fastest I've ever finished a bowl of it. And there's a lot. It's maybe like 4 to 5 minutes. So that's amazing. It's tied with lasagna because lasagna, really well made lasagna, is amazing.
It is.
The mix of like vegetables and like cheese and like the ground beef, it's so great.
All
sandwiched
together.
Yeah, all sandwiched together
on like pasta.
Pasta is also pretty good, but lasagna is on a higher tier. And the final tie, I'm going around the world here. It's tied finally with very good sushi. When you have fantastically made sushi, and yeah, when you have really well made sushi, it just blends together in a way that's like, it's so hard to describe. It has like a rich flavor. You're tasting multiple flavors at the same time, and the sushi has variety as well. So it's a 3-way tie. If I had to absolutely choose one, no matter what, I'm sorry, sushi and malaki, I'd go with lasagna.
Hey,
yeah, I'd go with lasagna.
Lasagna's amazing.
Because I think you can vary lasagna a lot more.
Let's see. Energy Dragon G asks, what game would you want to be voicing? What game would you want to be would you want a voice acting role in? I think he means a video game. So. Oh
yeah, video game. So there's a lot of franchises that I like, and although it's not necessarily my like 10 out of 10 franchise, it's not necessarily the literal best like favorite franchise. It is pretty much up there as like for me. I would love to voice in Fire Emblem.
Oh, Fire Emblem, that's awesome.
Because Fire Emblem really gives you one because like the supports that are there, it's really interesting. Having played the recent one, Three Houses, having played some of Engage, I didn't finish it because I kind of got tired of it very early on. Having played the GBA series, what's called Sacred Stone, Blazing and Binding Blade, having played those one, having played Radiant Dawn. There's so much variety in Fire Emblem. Different characters, I know it's kind of tropey within like Fire Emblem because there's a lot of similar characters that like fit into a certain archetype, but Fire Emblem would be definitely up there. Very, very, very cool. You got a lot of opportunities due to the supports. You got a lot of variety of how you interact with people, how you speak to different characters. It's that. Can I add one more?
Oh, please.
For this game, so one more I would add, and it's because I haven't, I'm about to play. I've seen lots and lots. I'm about to play it. Persona would be pretty cool. Persona also be pretty cool. Yeah.
Yeah, Persona 5.
Yeah. Well, who knows? Maybe 6. But it's for the same reasons. Cause I'm about to play 3, and obviously 5 has a lot of fun characters. But it's for the same reasons that I mentioned in Fire Emblem. For lots of chances to interact, lots of fun situations, battle cries. They're all very great. And so yeah, it's usually games where I get the chance to interact and show different sides of myself and really push myself in for different emotions.
Oh, that would be awesome. Hey, another game another game I think that you would be awesome in, Genshin Impact.
Oh yes, like in fact, not just Genshin Impact, like everything MiHoYo does is like, I'm gonna say that company, I don't know how they're like, here's Genshin Impact. Oh wow, doing pretty good. Here's Honkai Star Rail. Oh wow, this is pulling numbers. Oh yeah, here's Zenless Zone. And Zenless Zone, have you seen the animation
yes.
in that game? Like Genshin would be fun. Like, I think Genshin the most, if I had to rank for which games I'd like to voice act in, for MiHoYo, I'd say Genshin number 1, then Zenless Zone. Because it's so animated, so alive. It really, really feel like the characters feel so bouncy. They're not like very set in stone. They're really bouncy in how like they act and the animation is. And I think it offers a lot of opportunities to just go all out and how you voice these characters. So yeah, it'd be pretty interesting, yeah.
Genshin is the game that I've been obsessed with lately, so
Don't worry, I have a friend who played Genshin. He's playing Honkai, and I'm pretty sure he still likes Genshin more than Honkai, right? He hasn't started Zenless Zone because he's playing other stuff.
Honkai, I need to start Honkai myself. Everybody else here is playing Honkai as well. But when they're at home, they play Genshin because the PlayStation 5 is like the thing that they can run it on. All right. All right, so we got one more. It's from Joystick Jesse. I don't know if you know him.
Wait, no, but wait. Did you interview him or did you talk to him recently?
Yes, I did.
And isn't that like a video from literally either 2 weeks ago or within the last week?
A couple of weeks ago, I say, yeah.
Okay, because the name is familiar because I was on your channel. Like, I think, what was I? I was trying to look for a review from like, because I was trying. That's the thing. Your channel is such a good resource in terms of like, I have a question for Bakugan, and I'm like from a previous gen. And I'm like, I want to know the opinions of just overall like previous gen type of thing, and I'll just head to your channel. That's just how it is.
I'm so flattered. Thank you. I think you can probably search it, but yeah. But Joystick Jesse asks, funniest / most memorable moment while recording lines?
Okay, there's a lot. Okay, get ready. There's a lot. I already named some of them. The fact that like for some reason for Griffin when we're looking for stuff, and I tell Mia, I'm like, oh yeah, that was that time when I did this with Dad. We spied on your dad, and then just the way that's delivered feels funny, like just anticipating how like screwed I am. That was really really funny. What's it called? This was fun thinking about it in the future, in the throw some shade episode. Because I'm repeating the lines from Captain Shadow, and then I'm the one voicing Captain Shadow.
Yeah, you're the one voicing Captain Shadow.
It just felt funny. I'm like, oh, and my inspiration for Captain Shadow, if you're wondering, is when I was supposed to record for him, I thought to myself like, where should I draw inspiration from? And I thought about Yami Yugi, how deep his voice goes.
Oh, Dan Green's deep voice.
Yeah, so I'm like, I'll just pull from Yami Yugi and go with that.
It sounded kind of familiar.
So yeah, so that's what it was. I was like, oh yeah, this came out exactly pretty much how I expected it to be. So it was funny, like thinking ahead. I'm like, oh, this will be funny. Noticing like how this will look. Me like looking up to myself in that. The liquid lava episode.
Oh god.
Liquid lava and Penji. Penji is just, oh man, I forgot who the voice actor is of Penji.
Taylor Abrahamsey.
Shout outs to Taylor. Oh my gosh. Played Penji.
I hate that thing.
Yeah, I did not know what to expect when Penji was like when I looked at Penji. So when I heard the voice for Penji, I was just like, I see. You delivered so well. You delivered this so well. It's so good.
When it makes me hate it so much, it's when it's really good.
Yes, it's the type of thing where you're like, I wonder how Taylor will like deliver this. And the line gets delivered, and I'm like, wow, Taylor. I hate this guy so much, and it's so good. No, Taylor delivered that, like amazing. It's so good. So Penji was a lot of fun. There's also when this was when what's it called? When we were when that same episode where Mia and Dan were fighting, and then we're dancing around. Like, me and Juno are dancing around, being like, "Oh, make up! Hey guys, you guys have to be friends.
Oh,
make up!"
When they're in the onesies.
yeah, that one. Ooh, there's also the one where we scramble TC's brain.
Oh my god, the electroshock therapy.
That one was also fun, because just reading the lines and being like, Juno, which door of his brain did you knock on?
Jump, man! That's the worst comic book move. That's the worst comic book hero I've ever heard.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, oh, poor Mario.
So that's why the session was a blast. Like, voice acting for Griffin was a blast. There's a lot of fun moments. There's a lot of stuff where this one, I forgot how. Did I listen with someone? I think someone played it back for me. Oh wait, when Dan, there's one where still the episode where Dan is fighting with Mia, and at some point, I can tell you already, the lines that we kept for when they're fighting and they're like insulting each other, ooh man, they're good. But some of them were spicy before the edit. I'm telling you right now.
Oh boy.
I'm telling you right now. Some of them were pretty spicy in the first draft.
So Mike, that stuff that Mike and Kaya were saying to each other wasn't the worst stuff.
It was the type of thing where I was already laughing reading the script and imagining Kaya and Mike saying that in their voices, and when we got what was kept, I'm like, this is still good, but ooh, I wish you had the previous one, because it's so, hearing them say that, like those lines, because Mia came out more like in the previous one. he came out more and like more mean.
Oh boy.
Yeah, you would have, because I'm guessing Mia's your favorite member, right?
Yes.
You would have liked that draft. It was it was spicy.
I did a short on that specific scene. It's like Dan's like, "Are you calling me stupid?" And then Mia's like, "I'm saying you act stupid." And at the end, it's like, emotional damage. I'm like, "Oh damn, Mia, that was
Yeah. Gosh, I wish I could remember because it was. Gosh, it was so good. If I remember, oh man, it was so good.
So Kaya's mean acting was too good for the final cut.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, no, it was so good. It was so funny.
like you're just like in between trying to like calm them both down.
Yeah.
But it's Griffin that started the whole thing.
I escaped scot-free. Dan's the one that dug his own grave. He started insisting how funny it was, and it was so good. So,
but yeah, holy crap, we talked for like 2 hours. Damn, that was.
Oh yeah, we can still go on. Until like maybe 15. We can still go on for a bit.
Yeah. I think. After. According to my notes, after that was all really I had planned. Oh, crud. Crud, what do you like to cook?
It's... Huh?
What do you like to cook?
What? To cook?
Yeah.
Different things, actually, like... Right now I'm trying to hit certain gym goals. So... There's a variety of things that, like... I think my favorite thing that I like cooking, because a lot of stuff that I'm cooking is fairly easy. Malaki is fairly easy. Like pasta's fairly easy. There's this thing called I usually eat split peas because they're high in protein for like the gym, and that's very easy. I think the thing that I like to cook the most, that's decently, let's say, high maintenance, because a lot of stuff isn't that hard, but I feel like, have you ever had a chicken caprese?
Chicken I've had. I don't know what a caprese is, actually.
It's this thing where I'll take like a chicken breast, right? And you have to cook both sides. Then, let's say you split in the middle, it's like flat. You cook both sides. Then inside you'll put like certain herbs and vegetables, like tomatoes and all that stuff. And you'll keep cooking it. And then so it's pretty much chicken breast filled with some like, some people put cheese, but like filled like vegetables. I think I put cheese last time.
Oh.
And you close it, and then you keep cooking it. And I've had to normally you're supposed to cook it and close it, and then the inside will cook a bit more. But I don't really trust the process that much. So I don't want it to be kind of raw. So usually what I do is I'll cook like both sides, and then close it, and then let it cook a bit more in the inside.
Oh, okay.
But
so kind of like a sear it or something.
Yeah,
you
actually,
sear it at the top part once you close it.
Look up chicken caprese at some point, like after this, and you'll see. There's a lot of different recipes. They're all pretty good. I just, like I said, to avoid, usually they say like cook like just one side, and then the inside will cook slowly anyways. And then even when you put it in the oven, I would say, just to be on the safe side, not to have something that's kind of raw, still cook the inside with the oil and all that stuff.
Yeah, of course.
There's that. I love, when I make myself breakfast, I love cooking like an omelet with a lot of different things.
Oh,
so an omelet that contains like because usually people eat omelet, put onions, and that's it sometimes. But when you put like some tomatoes and some red peppers and like some herbs inside of it, and you put sometimes I'll vary up the spices, like lemon spices and everything, and then usually I don't keep it together. I usually mix it so it's in more bits. I just feel like having them in bits feels different. It feels it feels different, and it feels easier on my plate because usually there's a lot of stuff on the plate. So I have like I might have like an omelet with some bread. I'll have a bowl of cereal afterwards. I'll have like sometimes tuna, but I usually go for salmon. And so putting into bits makes it more like manageable, I'd say. Oh, and then you have, because you also put like carrots on it, cucumbers. You don't want an omelet that's like taking half the plate.
Oh,
pretty
yeah,
much.
of course.
Yeah.
But like you just gotta choose whichever one, and then you try your best to like fit everything in.
How about you? What do you like to cook?
Oh, let's see here. Let's see. Mostly I cook is Asian food, so I know how to make fried rice. Let's see.
What do you put in your fried rice?
Chicken. Let's see. Chicken, onions. Then I mix it all with oyster sauce, soy sauce, sesame sauce, or sesame oil. Sorry. Yeah, so sesame oil. Obviously, eggs. Scrambled eggs. And then and then some vegetables like to make it healthy, like carrots and all that stuff. Carrots, peas, corn.
Roughly the same. Yeah.
I recently learned how to make chicken katsu. So like that, so like the deep fried chicken, right, from Japan. Except it's like you cover it in like panko breadcrumbs, then you deep fry it for like 5 to 7 minutes. Then you cut it into like a cut or a cutlet. And then I made beef bulgogi. That's a Korean dish.
Oh yeah, bulgogi. Yes. Yeah. I have a friend who, man, this guy like man, because it's bulgogi is great, and I need to eat more like Korean food. There's this place far from here. If it was way closer to my house, I'd eat there like almost every day.
I have there's a Korean restaurant like that's like a minute drive away from me right now.
You're so lucky. Mine, I have to go because even my we have also like Korean like fried chicken, and a variety of those. They're very, very, very good.
Oh.
But yeah, no, Korean food is stuff because so you know how to make a bulgogi, right?
Yes.
Oh, there's also like usually at Union Station in Toronto, they have this small like shop that sells a lot of like different type of like Asian food. They'll have like different type of sushi. They'll have like bulgogi. They have like a great variety of things.
Oh, okay.
And usually, whenever I'm in Toronto, instead of like buying other stuff, let's say I'm going to stay at a hotel or whatever, I'll just go buy that. It's because one, it's much more healthy. Two, it's very, very, very good. It's delicious. And so why would I go and struggle and buy like, I don't know, like let's say just a hamburger, for example. I could just get something that's flavorful and healthy.
Oh yeah, totally.
Yeah.
When I was in Texas, my fiance and her sister brought me to their favorite Korean restaurant. And it was really amazing. They had a ton of food. It wasn't too expensive, too. I had a rice bibimbap. I want to try. I want to try making that because that's just like rice with like a bunch of different vegetables, like lettuce, and then there's carrot, and there's cucumber, then there's a soft-boiled egg at the center. And then it's just a rice bowl that's like it's kind of like a healthy, nutritious bowl, but it's so filling. It doesn't look much, but it's so filling and it's so healthy and so light for you.
That's the thing. What I'd say usually, that's something that's kind of like surprising with stuff that's usually like Japanese food, Chinese food. I'd say a bit less Chinese food. It's more Japanese and Korean food. I'd say they're really kind of a mirage sometimes. You'll look at it and be like, this is like a whatever portion. It's not gonna fill me up, but it'll fill me up for now. And then you'll be eating it, and you'll be like, huh, that filled me up way more than I expected.
Exactly.
It to. And it's why I appreciate it. It's so cause one, you're not overeating on calories, I would say. And like I said, it's healthy. If it's healthy and it fills you up and it's delicious, you have like a trifecta of the necessary things for like a good meal. Ever heard the expression
less is more?
Yeah. Because if I think about a hamburger, for example, a hamburger can be filling, but it'll have like a lot of calories. It'll be like not healthy at all.
Yeah.
It's the type of thing where it's like, you want a hamburger? Yeah, sure. It's good once in a while. Calm down. It's good once in a while. But yeah, no, it's what's it called? It's cooking by yourself is fantastic. It's one of the things where it's like, you can't eat out once in a while, but hey, if you can cook what you usually want to eat out, why not? If you can make way better hamburgers at home, why not? You'll probably do it with less oil. It'll be much more healthy. They'll be smaller, yes, but it'll be healthy, less oil, and just overall, you have control over what you want to do. You can make tacos at home. You can make like a bulgogi at home, fried rice at home. Especially since the fried rice you'll find outside will be overpriced.
Oh yeah, I never understand that because I'm in Texas, right? And then we're going out to a Chinese restaurant. Oh my God, $20 for fried rice?
Why is it $20? It's insane.
I went and then I'm making fried rice at home, like at their house, and I know how to do it. I'm like, this only costing me like $5.
And you can make like the portions that you're making at home can be enough to like it'll cover the price for like 7 of the restaurant portions.
6 or 7 of those of your visits. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like I'll buy like what do you need?
Better.
You'll buy like your soy sauce. You'll buy like a huge bag of rice. You'll bring it home, and then it's like, oh, vegetables. Yeah, I can like you go to the store and you'll either make the vegetables. They have like in the fridge, like the refrigerator section. You have like the garden mix or like the Asian mix. Like type of vegetable variety.
Yeah, so for the frozen vegetables, yeah.
Yes, you buy those, and it's like they last you forever. Whereas fried, and it's like, oh man, you pay like $20 for that.
Yeah.
And in total you pay. Let's say at the restaurant you pay $20, but in total, let's say you paid like at the store. Let's say you paid around like $50, right? And it's like, yeah, you paid $50. But you'll get way more worth per portion and per meal compared to the $20.
Yeah.
If you wanted to make it equal, it would be like 150 versus like 50.
You're pretty much paying for the convenience of it. So like you go to a restaurant, you just wait like 10 minutes or something like that, and it's already ready for you. You make it. You make it at home. It'll probably take you like an hour, maybe half an hour or an hour around there. But I like cooking. I like cooking at home because, like, not only can I be able to sustain myself that way, but also because it's fun. It's like making a Lego set.
Yeah, and plus, dude, you'll be like, you can like blast your music at the background. You know, you're like you can blast your because like I'm a fan of pretty much tons of different music, right? I like jazz. I like hip hop. I like some of the weird mix type of thing, like new jazz, like by this guy called DJ Okawari. I don't listen to K-pop because I like pretty much one group called like New Jeans. You can blast like
yeah, my friend.
Yeah.
My brother really likes that one.
They're very good. I tell you, listen to them. They're very, very good. But like, you can blast your music in the background. You're in the kitchen, like cooking and all that stuff. It's fun. Or you put like a very good podcast. It's the opportunity to put a good podcast.
Like this one.
Playing. like this one. Pretty much like this one. So you'll be listening to that, and it's like time passes so fast. And like you said, cooking is just fun in general because you'll be the satisfaction you get from cooking, especially if you're like, people that have families, right? You're doing cooking prep. You're prepping. You need to finish. You need to prepare everything for a week. Even like I do like cook prep at home, right? You're prepping for a meal. You might as well, once you know that for the entire week, all you have to do is clean the fridge, pull out a huge casserole. 1, 2, microwave or in the oven, or you just kind of refry some stuff. You know the food is there, and from satisfaction, yes, I'm the one that cooked this at the start of the week.
Yep, exactly.
Like it's a lot of fun. Here's a question for you. What anime have you been watching recently? That's a lot of fun.
Oh. Let's see. I was watching the new Code Geass one. The new Code Geass anime that came out.
Ooh. Mm-hmm.
Not as good as the original, but passable. Chainsaw Man.
Yeah, Chainsaw Man. Which is because I read the manga and where's season 2?
Yeah.
Oh wait, my bad.
Oh, it's a movie.
There's a movie. Yes, yeah, the movie. Wait, have you read the manga?
I haven't caught up on it yet, but
have you read until where the movie is?
No. I want to wait until the movie before I actually read ahead.
The movie's gonna be a lot of fun. I'm telling you right now, the movie's gonna be a lot of fun.
Spy X Family.
Oh man, yes,
that's really good.
It's so much fun. Yeah, Anya is amazing. It's because I read the manga before. And the anime just delivers.
Yeah.
The anime just delivers so well. What else have you been watching?
Let's see. Spy X Family. Chainsaw Man. Yeah, I can sing the entire Chainsaw Man theme songs because it's so good. Let's see. And then... Oh, crap. There's one... So I'm waiting for season 2 of My Dress Up Darling. I don't know if you've seen that one.
No, recommended by one of my friends who really liked it. But man, the backlog is just too big.
Yeah. I'm waiting for season 2 because my fiance is a cosplayer. She does cosplay as a career. And that story really resonates because it's about a girl, like a popular girl who wants to do cosplay, but she doesn't know how to make costumes. So a guy who knows how to like make costumes and all that helps her make her cosplays, and they become friends, but it's slowly turning into a romance.
It's the thing with your girlfriend being a cosplayer and relating is one of the reasons why I like Haikyuu, for example.
Oh,
I didn't play volleyball. Yeah. I didn't play volleyball. I played soccer, football, soccer, and the thing that I liked about Haikyuu is they really represented what it feels like to really go in for play like a sport. Because I played soccer from 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th grade, for example.
Oh, wow.
So and even when I was younger in house league, but when I was more serious, it was more from high school. And we won competitions, we won divisions, we lost some pretty tough games, we had rivals. We had the friendly rivals in a way, and we've had the rivals where it's like, oh, I hate these guys' guts. And just all of that, when it was represented in Haikyuu, it's the type of thing where there are tiers to appreciating something. You can appreciate something because it's good, and you can appreciate something because it's good, and you relate to it. And Haikyuu was one of the things where I really related because it hit me hard here. It really did. And I stopped at season 3. I haven't watched Haikyuu to the top or the movie yet. I heard some pretty questionable things about it because I know they skipped a lot from the manga. So,
I gotta watch that. It's on Netflix though, right? Or do I have to watch it purely on Crunchyroll?
I think it's on Netflix. I don't remember. Did I? It's one or the other because remember, there's also this huge issue with regions. But obviously, regions don't matter. Regions don't matter when you have a VPN. So
yeah, I think I recall that it's on Crunchyroll, so I'll probably check it out there. All right. I also watched Ace Attorney, the anime adaptation of Ace Attorney.
Oh, I had to drop it because I started it. Then I'm like, wait, I'm gonna play the games.
Oh yeah, play the games first. And then watch the anime because if you watch the anime, you'll see some very questionable decisions that that went into making that. So,
and also just spoilers in general, because I have the collection. I think I have the collection right now, but the issue is right now I have the same issue as the anime, because right now in terms of anime, I was kind of very busy recently, so I'm catching up now. I need to finish Zeta Gundam, very very old show.
Oh yeah,
because
I know that one. Yeah.
So I need to watch certain Gundam, like I need to watch Zeta Gundam and then 2 Gundam movies, all in the goal of watching one specific Gundam movie. And I
one
watched
that just came out, or
no, not Seed, not Seed. I have a friend. Oh gosh, I have a friend who kind of shattered my childhood a bit, because I thought Gundam Seed and Gundam Seed Destiny was really good. Then here comes my friend, like, Gundam Seed is trash. And then I'm like, what? Gundam's trash? Why? And he goes through the reasons, and I'm like, yeah, that is pretty bad. That is ridiculous. Hey, yeah, I never thought of that. That's pretty bad. Yeah, and then he's like, here's good Gundam, and then so I'm watching, because for Gundam, what makes it complicated? There's the main timeline. You see the Universal Century, and then there's like these spin-offs and branching stuff. Like for example, I watched Gundam G-Witch, so the Witch from Mercury, really good, pretty good. Sulita Mercury is pretty cool as a main character, so I watched that one. Now I'm back to watching the main, because I watched the first 3 Gundam movies, like the original Gundam, like the ones that started everything, and then I'm watching the series that follows it, so Zeta Gundam. Then I'll have to watch Char's Counterattack, I think. And once I've watched all of that, I can finally watch the movie that came out in 2022 called Hathaway Flash, because that looked amazing.
that is the one that my friend Otaku went to, I think.
If you went to that one, from what I hear, it's very good. It's amazing. And what I'm probably gonna do, just want to have my friend over, like the huge Gundam fan, have him watch that, because we tried to watch the Gundam Seed Freedom movie, and we didn't really finish it. But it's also because my friend was like, it's kind of like, it has good fight scenes, but overall it's pretty eh. But beyond that, I'm also watching. I know ReZero comes out next month.
Yeah,
next season.
Yeah, the next season, ReZero. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really good. I need to go back, because since I was busy, I didn't get the chance to watch Hibike Euphonium, Sound Euphonium. Big fan of the previous 2 seasons, but I hear my friend who also watched it said this one is questionable. There's a lot of weird decisions in this one. And the thing is, when I'm going to watch it, I'll watch it in the context of, I'm not sure if you remember, 2 or 3 years ago, there was that huge like arson attack in Kyoto Animation.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm not sure how much of like Hibiki Euphonium is bad because they're running on because the tragedy, and they don't have the original director, and they're missing some staff and like all that stuff. I'm not sure how much is related to like the tragedy that happened, or it's just like the season was always going to be kind of bad, I think. So I'll watch it in the context of that. But beyond that, okay. If I can give you a hard recommendation right now.
Oh, sure.
The manga for this is very, very good. And the anime is being done by Sain Saru. Dan Dadan.
Dan Dadan.
It's DANDADAN. I'm telling you right now, it's coming out next season. It's done by Studio Sain Saru. It's very good. I don't own the Japanese copy of the manga here right now, because right now half of the manga that I have right now that's like in Japanese, mostly bought so I can practice my Japanese. If I take for example, my friend's like, what, you didn't get One Piece? Yes, I didn't get One Piece because I'm trying to practice my Japanese with characters speaking normally. I'm not trying to practice Japanese with like shonen type of speech and characters laughing every 2 seconds with I'm not trying to get that type of thing. One Piece is good, it's goated, but I'm getting stuff where it's like, oh, and also it's because One Piece has a lot of since it's a shonen, it has a lot of furigana. You know, like the writing on top of like the kanji.
Yeah.
And my issue is I have a bad habit of when there's furigana, my eyes gravitate to reading that.
Oh, so when there's kanji that doesn't have furigana, it becomes disappointing.
And it's good because like so furigana is bad, and I'd rather just have kanji because at least when I've learned some kanji, I'll recognize them, or my brain will do the work of like recognizing them and reading them, rather than like I don't know, like let's say vending machine, you know, jido hanbaiku. Jido hanbaiku. I want my eyes to see it and be like, oh yeah, vending machine. I don't want my eyes to be like, oh yes, jido hanbaiku. Like no, it's so like I don't think I'd have to check. I think Dan Da Dan has like furigana. So despite me like loving it and paying to read it on the Shonen Jump app, I don't have them. Oh yeah, it's also because of shelf space. I already have like a bunch of manga like on that shelf space. I have like regular novels as well on that shelf space, like the Witcher novel. So cause I'm a all-purpose reader, I'd say. I read novels, I read manga, I read they're comics, but they're French comics, and I usually call them differently. They're called, you know, like the Smurfs.
Yeah, the little blue guys.
So, yeah, the little blue guys. I usually call them. They're comics in this like same sense, but I usually call them bande dessinée, just to make the distinction that it's not just like Marvel comics or average comics. They're like these French Belgium comics, and they have a specific format that they're like always 40 to like 60 pages. So I read pretty much everything. So if it was just manga, okay, I'd have the space. When you start adding bande dessinée there, and like novels there, and like some history books there, the shelf space is missing. I'm trying to buy one of those like huge IKEA type of shelves for it. Yeah. But I don't know, wait, are you more of an anime guy or more of a manga type of guy?
I would say I'm more of an anime guy because, like, I really like when the characters like actually move around and like more animated. I can actually witness the action as opposed to.
I'm guessing the music too.
Yeah. So yeah. I also like the soundtrack in the background, and it's like it just adds to it. For manga, I'll read. Yeah, because like I like to like just be able to have something to read on the go.
Yeah.
Especially it's something that's not run on a battery.
Yeah, like I do have a Kubo e-reader that I bought because I wanted to read some like reports for stuff. But yeah, it is the fact that it has a battery. It's kind of like, well, I also bought it because I'm trying to have like for some manga that I can't own, I want to have them digitally. But I don't like reading on my phone, because it's an actual screen, and I usually have this period like 1 hour before bed where I'll try to avoid all the screens and just read the huge amount of manga that I have. And to do that, I don't want to pull up my phone and read some stuff online. So I'll either go to the library and borrow a bunch of manga and novels, because the library just lets you do that. They just let you borrow as much as you can. Yeah. Of course, as long as you bring them back.
Yeah.
And so if they don't have it at the library, I'll put it on my Kubo e-reader, and just like have them, because at least it's a digital library, and the lighting for it is not the same as a phone, so it's great.
That's amazing. That's amazing that you are able to like read and all that stuff, because I imagine these days not a lot of people like actually like pick up a book anymore. You know, everything's on the screen.
Yeah.
Or everybody wants to watch or listen to whatever they're supposed to learn.
Yeah, it is a shame, but hey, I try to promote reading as much as I can to different people. I'm like, yo, go like just make yourself a library card. It's very easy. And because there's a lot to read, there's just like a lot, and it's just because I can understand I have friends that like some of my friends still read. Some of my friends it's because it's not they don't like to read. There's a lack of like they like to read because something that school kind of messed up, forcing you to read things you didn't want to read.
Yeah.
It messed up people. It made people think they don't like reading. But like one of my best friends, this guy loves reading. He was one of the only people where we were assigned a book in 11th grade. It was it's a George Orwell book. It has Big Brother in it. What's it called?
I was forced to read Catcher in the Rye in 11th grade.
I don't like that book so. Oh gosh, I did not like Catcher in the Rye. Give me a second. What's it? Wait, Big.
I felt uncomfortable
Brother.
reading that.
Yeah, it was a. Oh, I can't believe I forgot it. It's even a meme at this point. 1984.
1984.
It's the one where where the concept of like Big Brother came up. That's always looking at you. And if you've seen the memes,
okay, yeah.
You've seen the. Yeah, go on, yeah.
Yeah, Big Brother. That because that's like the security system and all that stuff. They still do that in the UK or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. And then you remember like people make memes of like let's say you can get arrested for like I don't know like illegal drinking outside, right? People will be like, this is literally 1984. Or like it's a dystopian system. But yeah, like for example, that novel, we were assigned that novel. My friend read, like I'm the guy that loves to read. I'm pretty sure my friend finished that like a week or two before me. And even now, like when we were given like a report where it's like choose your own book and then read. Even then, he chose his own book. He chose Battle Royale.
Battle Royale.
So, yeah, like the
Fortnite.
No, like the original Japanese novel. Yeah, that created the concept.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, yeah. My bad. I didn't realize, but yeah, no. Yeah, he read that thing so fast, and it's like he's very upset. He's like, and that novel, I think it's 1,000 pages, and he said it's like, yeah, I like to read. I just like to read things that I want to read.
Yeah,
like he's currently reading the like a bunch of like some of the like old Greek books, not the Odyssey, the Iliad. So it's more of a thing where people were pushed into not liking reading because there was a lot of imposed reading on people, and I think we need to just bring back, like especially in schools right now. I'm not sure. I haven't been to school in a while. I graduated from university during the pandemic, so I haven't been to high school in a while. I haven't been to high school in a while, and so I'm not sure how they do it now. But they need to encourage reading. They need to encourage reading by being more like in a different way, not to impose, just little by little, make people like reading, because people will like reading if you give them the chance and in the proper way.
Yeah, definitely agree with you. But holy crap, I've taken up so much of your time now.
No, I insisted until 15 and the time just passes by so fast. But yeah, no, this is a good point to end it. I'm just going to say, this was a lot of fun. This was really, really good. Maybe we could get like a round table going where we bring in like, because like I said, I feel so bad I missed the last one. I know I said I was busy. It still looked like a lot of fun. Bringing people back, because I'd like to... It'd be pretty fun to like get even more people, because I know David wasn't able to do that event as well.
Yeah.
Like I know there were a couple of people missing. So yeah, next time if we can do a roundtable, it'd be really, really, really fun.
That would be awesome.
But yeah, no, it's been great, and I really, really appreciate you doing this. It's a lot of fun. And yeah, no, hopefully we can do this again, obviously.
Yeah, and I appreciate you. Thank you again so much for doing this, taking the time out of your day to do this. Thank you for your performances, Griffin. It was an awesome time.
I'm really, really glad you liked it. I'm glad people liked it. It's because, like I said, when you come in and then the previous owner for Trox, Which, oh, by the way, Deven even sent me a new gen. He even gave me a Trox Bakugan for a gift.
Oh, that's
when I
awesome.
started.
Yeah, so
It's
this one's sort of like this.
Yeah. So yeah, it was so. Yeah, like I said, when you come in and then the previous person is well, yeah, it is your teacher. So like, yeah, you got someone good on your side, but it's like, damn, like you look at his performance and like, wow, because the thing with Deven as well is this guy has crazy range. This guy has range that like he's out here voicing Winton, then Sonic, and then Thanos, and then he's voicing in like Lego. And when you have that crazy range and you're like, man, I'm coming in new Trox partner, and I need to figure out a way to have people be like, okay, this is we're ready to accept you as well. You know, you're good. You're good, Sephira. You're good for Griffin's voice actor. It's a lot of weight on the shoulders, but I'm glad I delivered. I'm glad people liked it. I was always looking for avenues to like improve my performance every single time, and hopefully I get that opportunity again with a season 2.
Yeah, and season 2, I'm really hoping greenlight season 2, and yeah, I hope you come back as Griffin, and we get to see what they do next with him.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to end this conversation how I end every conversation nowadays, talking about gratitude. So, what are 3 things right now that you're grateful for?
Right now, I'll add 4. I'm grateful for this today. I'm grateful for having a chance to speak with you and talking to the community, answering questions. It's like just being Griffin has been a blessing. Having Griffin as one of the first roles is a blessing. I'm happy because the people in my life, special mention to like my family supports me and everything. Today is my sister's birthday.
Oh, happy birthday to her!
She's, I would say she's my best friend, for sure. Well, we support each other in a lot of stuff. She's fantastic. She's great. So I'm grateful not only for her, but also my family. And just so I don't cheat, I'll bundle family and friends in that gratitude. I'm grateful also just for being able to wake up healthy. And not a lot of people have the opportunity to wake up the same way they went to bed. Some people wake up and then there's an accident that happened. Some people wake up and they've lost members of their family. Some people wake up and like they wake up to like a horrifying news or with issues, or they wake up to bad like family home situations, I'd say. And so being able to wake up and having the people in my life healthy, ready to tackle the challenges of the day, and doing it with like a good attitude and all that stuff. I'm grateful for that. And that's 3, but I promise 1 more. I would say I'm grateful because I'm Congolese, and so I'm Congolese Canadian. So I'm just grateful for. No, this goes into family. I was gonna say family, my Congolese family. My family that's in Congo as well. But then that's kind of cheating because that's still family. So I won't say that.
Should we say you're grateful for your culture?
I would say yes, and also I'm grateful for things because there's some stuff, bad things happening in the country, but little by little things are improving with better roads, better people that are currently leading the country. And like obviously nobody's perfect, but the people we have currently right now leading the country, they're making efforts building schools. So I'm grateful to seeing people, from my culture, people like me, people from the country of my ancestors. We're making progress little by little, getting there. And what's it called? And oh whoa, give me a second. My screen went dark. Oh, faulty HDMI cable.
Ah.
Can you hear me?
Oh yeah, I didn't lose you, so.
Okay, yeah, because it prompted me for you. But yeah, no, just grateful that as the country of my ancestors, the country that I went to visit a couple of times. Well, once. I'm going to visit again. And little by little, we're improving. We have like good people leading the country right now, and they're making strides and efforts to build more and making sure the population is taken care of. And hopefully, in the next couple of years, the country will know like true stability.
That's amazing. We don't, there's always hope, right? So.
Yes, and we like everyone contributes like walking. A lot of places are really messed up. A lot of places are going through lots of suffering, and it's that like lots of stuff can improve, whether it be situations in Africa, situations in the Middle East, and even situations here at home, for example.
Here in Canada.
Here in Canada, where like in terms of homeless populations, in terms of like people not meeting like ends meet, and that's why like just a shout out for just not only be grateful but see how you can help the people in need.
Exactly. But yeah, Sephira, obviously, appreciate you so much for coming on. Thank you so much again for being on this podcast. It's been such a pleasure talking to you for the past two and a half hours.
The pleasure is all mine, and like I said, we can do this again.
Yeah, amazing conversation.
Yes, thank you very much, man.
It was such an honor, and it's such an honor and privilege. Thank you so much again.
Okay, there's more stuff. We can talk about episode rankings later on. We can talk about I should get next time I'll get you my top 5 episodes.
Yes.
Actually, no, I'll go with top 10, and then I'll even go with favorite. I'll rank the here's my homework. You can even write this down. For next time, I'll give you some top 10 episodes. I'll rank the clans for you. I'll rank every single Bakugan in the show, Gen 3 for you.
Oh. Boy.
And I'll rank the Misfits, and I'll rank like the people outside of the clans, and I'll just I'll have more surprises for you. And you know what? These can even be stuff you keep for some roundtable stuff as well, or just me. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. I cannot wait to do this again. But thank you again so much.
Thank you.
All of Sephira's socials are in the description below, but also on the bottom screen there. Hope you guys enjoyed the podcast. Support BakuTalk by pressing the thumbs up and give us a subscribe for more awesome Bakugan content. I've been Haru Ren. This has been Sephira Bukasa, and thank God for Rapid Fire.